Hey guys, today I'm going to be making a video on how to make silhouette goose decoys, and I've had these for a couple years now. They've held up okay, so I got a couple big boxes and it's time to make some more. I just got 4 floaters. These are the boxes that came in that I ordered them from. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is find a template or some sort of shape that you can outline on a piece of cardboard. You don't have to use cardboard. You can use let's see, fiberboard and foam board from a craft store. It's got paper on both sides. You can use that, and that works really well. But honestly, cardboard is probably my favorite thing to use because you can shove a coat hanger down through it, and you can use it as a stake to hold it in the ground. And also cardboard, it's easy to find, and if you order something big, I mean, I'm probably going to get 2, 4, 6, 8 out of this one sheet of cardboard. So first thing you got to do is find a template, and you're going to trace around it. And the template that I used to make these was actually a full body decoy, a Bigfoot, but I don't have those. I was borrowing those from one of my friends, so I don't own any big feet. So I'm going to take this floater here, and I would trace the outline of the floater, just kind of get the general shape of the goose for the decoy. So I'm going to go ahead and start tracing this, see if I can get it lined up here where I can get a whole bunch of these pumped out. Okay, so now I've got 2 of these feeder silhouettes outlined on my cardboard. What I'm going to do is take a knife, an X-Acto knife or a razor blade will work extremely well for this, but I just sharpened this up and it cuts through this cardboard really easily. So for the next thing that you do, you cut it out. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is figure out where we want to paint on our cardboard silhouette figure. So I have my floater decoy right here, and I'm going to use the coloring off of this to determine what colors I want on my silhouette. So let's take a look here at the face. We got the big black. We got a black eye, and then we got this white little piece that comes up right there. That's going to be very important because honestly, it's the little details like the little white on the face that would, like if it wasn't there, you'd probably flare the piece a little bit. So we come down here and we reach the bottom of the neck, so this is going to be all black with some white. You can also make this pretty dark gray if you want, it doesn't matter. And then here it's got kind of lighter coloring down in here, like it's kind of black up in here, so we can label it as white, black, 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 white, kind of gray, and this we can make black just to make the light a little easier, because gray is kind of a pain in the ass. Plus they look kind of black. And then up in here, under the tail, there's white that comes up. So this is our basic pattern for painting our decoys. So I'm going to get started on painting this and we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so that was one option. But the second option, and probably one of the better options and faster options, is to stay away from the tedious painting of these by just a brush. So just get yourself a good can of spray paint here. Make sure it's flat black. You don't want anything shiny because that'll flare the geese. That's what I found with the hand painted ones that I did. They got some shine to them, so I only break them out on really cloudy days. So then the sun doesn't really hit them too hard. But they still look good. They got the shape. Can I get this stupid thing off? Dang. I have a child on. There it is. Yeah, they look good, and I guess they work good, I guess. But here, let's just see how this works right here. Well, I was letting these things dry. I was cutting out some more silhouettes. I managed to get my finger pretty good with the knife. So make sure you always have band-aids close by, because you never know when your knife is going to slip and go pretty deep into your finger. So that shit hurts. Yeah, these are dry, so we can go ahead and flip these guys over. Like so. And just give them another quick spray. Okay, we're back here at the table with our silhouette. It took like maybe 2 minutes to dry, which is kind of crazy. I did cut my finger, which kind of sucks. But we're gonna come to the fun part here, and that's adding some detailing onto just the perfectly plain black silhouette. So we're gonna do it one side at a time. So right now we have this side to work on. Like I said earlier, I like to have an actual decoy in front of me, or even pull up a picture of a live goose and use that as a pattern, so then you know you get your colorings in the right spots. Then you get a little squirt of paint right there. Brush wet. And then we're going to come over here to our decoy with the paint. Just kind of use your best judgment on how you want to do this, but just kind of make a line and just paint. That's all it really is. Okay, now since you have all of your silhouettes painted how you like them, like for this one, you saw how I was painting them. Just got the matte black and then put a little white paint on it just to get the eye appeal. Didn't really go too elaborate with these guys because, you know, you really don't need to, I don't think. I feel like what you need is just the black outline of Goose with a little bit of white on it, so showing some contrast with features that the geese would be looking for. So the next thing that you're going to need to do is find something to stake down your silhouette decoy with. Personally, I use coat hangers. They seem to work really well, and they're easy to find. They're cheap. Honestly, my parents just had these laying around the house, so I grabbed a few of these from them. They just get them from the dry cleaners. So you can basically just pick them up for free, and you know, that's everything you need. So I just got a pair of pliers here. I'm going to just cut this off because you don't need that. It's kind of a pain in the butt if you don't. So cut through that you can just trash it. And now what you're going to do is straighten it out. You want to try and get it pretty straight. It doesn't have to be perfect. Something like that. And then you get this other side here. straighten that out. Sometimes it can be a little tricky. Try and use your lap for leverage. I find that helps. So there you go. It's pretty straight. It's got a little kinks in it, but it works. It's just a straight piece of wire. So now what you're going to do, you're going to get your decoy and figure out where you want to place the stake on your decoy. So let's say I want it somewhere about there, kind of towards the middle, give it some space to spin and move. So what we're going to do is run it between the two pieces of harder paper going through the cardboard in the middle, and it should pop out right down there, just like that. So it conceals, it holds it all the way through, front and back. You don't even see it. So that's kind of nice. It's pretty concealed. And then what I do when I get to the end here, I like to make a bend. Let's see if, there we go. Move shit around. There we go. I like to put a bend in it, like this. So then what happens, I just keep running it through all the way, and then boom, just like that. And there you have your silhouette decoy. Well, I hope this helps you guys get your decoys made and understand how to do it, and you know, it doesn't have to be necessarily all that fancy. It just has to look like a goose and be shaped like a goose and have the same colors and nothing super reflective on it, and they should do okay. You know, I honestly, these ones look better than the ones I made the first time around, and you know, I've spent no money on these at all. It's completely free. I had paint laying around my house. I had these coat hangers around my house, and the box came with something that I bought. And so I'm getting 6 decoys out of one box, and I got a whole nother box over there. I'll probably get another 6 out of. So this is a really good idea just to increase your numbers in your decoy spread, and you know, things like that. So I hope I can be able to get a video of my goose hunt that's coming up, and I will post that if I get any good video. So just stay tuned.